Hello, hi out there. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. How are you guys doing? Second month of quarantine, and hope you guys are doing well. And before we get started, I just want to thank those of you who have generously sponsored me because, like most people, I'm not getting paid during the quarantine because, of course, the yoga studios are closed. I had to cancel my in person classes. So if you'd like to sponsor me also, you can find more information on how to do so in the video's description. Sponsor me is easily done by PayPal or Patreon. And people who sponsor at a regular yogi level get special access to exclusive content such as frequent Qigong classes, which help boost your health and vitality. Okay, let's get started with today's class. Please say hello in the comments so I know you're there. And maybe even where you're from if you're new. Today's class is going to be a slower flow class, and we're going to focus more. I had a couple of requests for upper back and posture, but relaxation and flexibility too, because we'll stretch it out at the end. Hello, Teresa. Thanks for joining. All right, let's get started. Well, actually, let's go ahead and reach our hands over our head and stretch up. Hi, Tracy. Let's take our fists. Hi, Roseanne. And make circles with the fist. Punch it up. Side stretch. Side stretch. If you can, the elbow comes down. Just stretching into our side body here. And we'll bring our elbows together. And then we'll open them up. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. And then elbows together. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. One more time. Elbows touching together and opening up. And then we're going to take our hands behind us. And we're going to straighten our arms, lift our chest. And then we're going to take the hands to the left and gaze over your right shoulder. Hands to the right, gaze over the left shoulder. And release. Now we're going to just walk our fingers out to the left, or my left, if you're going to mirror me, your right, as far as you can, and then drop your ear to the shoulder. So the opposite ear, the shoulder. And feel the lines of tension stretching here on the side of your neck. You can stay here or you can gently nod your head back and forth. Feeling the stretch on your neck. Back and forth. And then turn and look over your my right shoulder, your left, and you're gonna make circles with your nose into the neck a little bit more, and then just a little bit on the other direction. And release. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the other side. And drop your head to the other side. And just breathe first into the side of your neck. And if you like, you can slowly nod your chin or your head over that shoulder, forward and back. Turn and look over your shoulder. You can make little circles with your nose in one direction and then in the opposite direction. And release. Let's go ahead and shrug the shoulders forward, scoop them up, back and down, scoop it up, forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down. All right, welcome everybody that I'm seeing now. Jawad, Teresa and John, Suresh, and Sandy. Welcome. We're just stretching the arm straight across.
I made a mistake on YouTube.
I guess there was a mistake on YouTube. Sorry about that. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and stretch up. Again, these things happen on live, so we'll just gotta roll with it. Go ahead and close your eyes. We'll just tune in to our center. As you inhale, let your belly, ribs, and chest rise on the inhale, fall on the exhale. Rise on inhale, fall on the exhale. So one more time like that. Let's bring our hands in front of our heart and drop our gaze. Take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply. All right. Anik and Abigail, welcome. Glad you guys can join. We're going to go ahead and lay down. Big inhale in. Open the mouth and let it go. Again, inhale. Go ahead and nice deep breath. Open the mouth, blow it out. So your feet should be hips width distance, and see if you can touch your heels. You're going to press down with the heels and roll up your pelvis, roll up your arms overhead. Squeeze your glutes on top. Exhale, slowly rolling down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, down. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale up and slowly roll it down. Let's draw the right knee into your chest and straighten it out. Feel your hamstrings first. So you can just grab your calf, elbows out, and slowly pull it in. Oh, hi, Angelica. And you're going to just pull and tune into your hamstrings here. Just pull it in towards you. If you're able to straighten the opposite leg, go for it. If you have some back issues and it feels better bent, then keep it bent. Try to keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And just slowly work your way higher and higher. You may just stop wherever your 60% or so 70% is. In and then switch. Other side, left leg. Oh, hi, Debbie. Austin Lights from Southern California. Welcome. All right, so your left hand is behind your calf. If you need to, you can keep the right leg bent, okay? Yeah, there were some technical issues. So I'm glad everyone made it to the right place. Good day for gentle yoga. Here we go. You can even take your left hip crease and push it down a little bit and see how that changes things. Just a little bit changes a lot. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor and slowly walk up your leg. Elbows out. And release. All right, let's bring your right knee into your chest. And we're going to take it across your body for a gentle, just a spinal twist here. You're going to take your top arm over your head and slowly take it out so the palm's facing up. And then bring it back up and then out. Maybe down towards your tailbone and then back up for these 180. Try to keep your knuckles on the floor if you can. And then try to take your right sitting bone down, your right hip crease down. And release. And other side, right leg is straight, left knee is in. And you're going to take it across your body. You're going to stack your pelvic bones here, one over the other. You're going to reach your left arm straight up by your head and then slowly take it out. Maybe stay here or maybe come down to your tailbone and then up to the top of your head, down to the tailbone, and up to the top of your head, keeping your fingers or your knuckles on the floor and finding that area where it's really tight or tense, or if your hand reaches up off the floor, then you know where you have tightness. in your body there, mobility issues. And also you can take your hip crease down towards your right ankle. And release. Okay, draw your knees into your chest. Little circles in one direction, massaging your sacrum. And then the other direction, massaging your sacrum. Take your knees wide, happy baby pose. So holding on to the inner or outer arches of your feet. If you're less flexible and it's hard to grab your foot, you can just grab or hug behind your legs here, the backs of your legs here. But ideally, the soles of your feet are parallel to the ceiling as if you were going to press the ceiling away. And if you're more flexible, stamp your low back into the floor. Feel your happy baby pose. Option to grab your big toes if you're able to and straighten the legs if it feels comfortable. If not, then stay wherever you are. And bring your feet together. Hands behind your hamstring. Bend and you're just going to rock up. All right, let's come on to all fours. Spread your fingers wide, looking forward, a little cat-cow drop, your belly, look up, inhale. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone under, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back, tailbone tucks under, drop your belly, look up. Inhale, exhale. Let's do a little carpal tunnel stretch. Fingertips facing your knees. If that's too much, again, you can walk your hands closer to your knees. Otherwise, stay here. And grip the floor, knuckles up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Add lion's breath. Stick your tongue out. All right, and then release. Let's bring your knees together. And then we're going to stretch the right leg back. Lift the right leg up. Feel the glute. You're going to bring your knee in towards your nose. And then you're going to kick it back and up. So in and back and up. It's different than we normally do. In and back and up. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it high, opposite arm if you can reach. Stretch your fingers long away from your toes. And then awkward airplane. See if you can take your foot and your hand out to the side. And then back to regular and kick. Bend your back leg, see if you can catch it, and then kick it away, open up your chest. Knees together, spread your fingers wide. Keep the shoulders over the wrist, okay? So bringing the knee in towards your nose, and then you're gonna kick it up. Go in, kick it up and back. 6 more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And hold and take your opposite arm out if you're able to. neck in line with your spine. And then imagine just stretching your fingers far away from your opposite toes as you can. And then bend your back leg. See if you can catch your foot and kick it away. And release. Now we're going to take your right arm up. Thread the needle. Make a fist in circle. And then bring your palm facing up and reach it through. Just bring your head to the floor as if there were a pillow there. And isometrically drag the right arm back. You can lift the left arm up if you like. If you want to do this, the challenge, you can bring your knees together. Straighten the left leg. This part's optional, guys. You don't have to do this. Left leg up and then bring it forward. But once I show this to people in class, then even when I don't tell people to do it, I see everyone trying. So I'm going to just show you guys again here. Optional. Roll your shoulder back. And release. All right, let's get the other side. Left arm up. Make a fist in circles. Thread the needle. The left side of your head on the floor. Left palm is up. Isometrically dragging the arm back towards you. You can reach your right arm up to the top of the mat. You can bring your knees closer together if you want to try the balance portion. So the right leg is straight. And then you're just going to lift it straight up. And slowly, slowly, slowly bring it forward, forward, forward. And land it down, maybe in your hand or anywhere. And then maybe top hand goes behind you. Roll your shoulder back. Grab onto the inner thigh. And release. All right, let's come on down to your belly. And let's bring your hands by your hips, chin down, and then come on up to Shalabhasana. Squeeze your shoulder blades, point your toes, and then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then for your posture, you're going to take your hands in a Y so that your arms are dissecting the corners of your mat here. Keep your feet on the floor and come on up. And then pull it down to a W, and then a Y, and then a W. Good for your posture. One more time. Pull it down, and then hands come down by your chest. And roll on up for your cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Lift your heart. Turn and look over your right shoulder. And then over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Curl your toes, downward dog. Pedal your feet. And then let's bring your right leg up. And then we'll bring it forward between your hands. Left leg steps forward, forward fold. So if you can't touch the floor, then you can grab blocks here. Relaxing your neck and shoulders. If you like to grab opposite elbows, you can. Rock a little weight forward into the balls of your feet and back into your heels. And you can rock side to side here. Or you can use your hands on the floor and rock to the left, rock to the right. To the left and to the right. And back to center. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Let's bend the left knee and twist to the right. If you need a block, hand on the block, right hand on your low back, lift your chest and turn. Modification here. Lifting up. And then other side, again, if you use a block, bend the right knee, left hand on your sacrum, lift your chest, and then turn your whole body, your torso, your ribs. And fold. And let's take your right leg back, left leg back, lower to your belly, point your toes. Come up for Cobra or Sphinx. You can keep your forearms on the floor. So when I say Cobra, it's your favorite version of Cobra, which could be this. And curl your toes for downward dog. Left leg lift. Let's bring it forward between your hands. Right leg steps forward and circle your arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms. Inhale, exhale, fold. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold left leg back, right leg back to your belly. Chaturanga, if you have the practice. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Bring your left leg forward. Your right leg forward. And circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. All right, so now we're going to take your left leg back. Let's do Crescent Pose. So looking forward, root your feet in the floor. And then for your posture, We're going to take the hands out to the side and clasp them together. And then chin to the chest as you pull your arms away from each other. So it's kind of like a cat pose echo. You can take a shorter stance if it's helpful. So watch between my shoulder blades. It's going to, as if someone's pulling my arms away and I'm rounding like cat. And I'm finding that stretch. Maybe looking at your belly button. And then coming up and release. All right, let's step the other leg back. Finding a crescent pose first. Squaring your hips and coming down. And then if you need to take a shorter stance, take your foot in a little closer together. You're going to clasp your hands between here. So just pull it back first. So the arms are coming back. And then you're going to pull away, stretching between your shoulder blades to get that rhomboid stretch here. Chin towards your chest. And it's just 3 deep breaths here. And release. We're going to step forward, clasp our hands behind us, lift our sternum, squeeze our glutes, and then straighten the arms behind you as best you can. Then you're going to bend your knees and come forward fold. If it's hard to clasp your hands, you can use a towel or a strap, a belt. And release your hands to the floor. You're going to bend your knees and walk, step, or jump it back. And lower to your belly. Point your toes. Come up for cobra. And downward dog. Right leg lift. Bend it and stack it. Open your hip. And let's bring it forward between your hands. We'll spin the back heel down for warrior one. You're going to punch your left hand straight up. Grab your wrists and pull it straight up. And then lean slightly over to the right, fanning out the left side body. And come on back. Let's bring your left hand down, lift your left heel, and we'll do a twist here. Twist, easy twist over to your left. And we're going to step it back, lower to your belly, cobra, and downward dog. Feet together, right leg lift, bend it and stack it. Actually, I think I did that leg already, sorry. Left leg lifts, bend it and stack it. So in class, you guys always remind me if I do wrong. Left leg comes forward. I think this is right. Let me know if I just did the same leg twice. Sometimes I get confused. All right. Warrior one. Root your feet down, heel to heel alignment. For most people. Then you're going to use your right hand, punch it straight up, grab your right wrist, lift up your right arm, ears are between your arms, and then you're going to side bend over to your left. And release. Lift the back heel up. And then you're going to drop your right hand down, easy twist. And step it forward fold. You can grab your big toes, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Circle the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. All right, so you want to get a wide leg, and if you are not that flexible, you will come to some furniture. It could be a table, a chair, a sofa. You'll take your legs wide. Even if you are flexible, it's nice to have the support of a wall or something. Heels are wide. Spin your inner thighs back and just relax. Okay, now you're going to take your right leg forward, like warrior one leg. And then you're going to fold forward. And if you don't need the furniture support, you're here on your mat. You can have blocks on either side or your fingertips. And you're lifting and lengthening. We're just going to fold and stretch into our hamstring. So if you like, you can hold a static stretch. I like to pulse. So if you want to pulse with me, the legs stay exactly where they are. Your belly drawn in, the right hip back, and you just take your elbows out, forehead over your shin, up and down. Up and down. About 10 more. Feeling the hamstring soften. And fold. Lift and lengthen. And then we're going to drop the back knee to the floor and come on up for low lunge. Interlace your fingers and then bring your hips forward. Keep your chest lifted. Nice deep breath. You can use blocks here if you need it. And you can stay here or you can reach your arms overhead. Release your hands to the floor and you're going to just shift back, straighten the front leg. Ardha Hanuman, heels down, toes up. So you might have two blocks on either side here, or maybe you're up here trying to drag the heel back towards you, or fingertips down. If you can keep these actions, pressing down, pulling in towards you, and also fold over, go for it. then we're going to bring our knees together. And we're going to take our knees wide for a puppy pose. So just keep your hips over your knees and walk. Bring your forehead on the floor. Walk your hands forward. If you're more flexible, go ahead and melt your heart down towards the floor. If you have a block or a book, it's actually more opening in the shoulders if you have a block between you. So your forearms are like parallel to each other and the edges of the block. Forehead down. And then just press into the elbows, lift up your block. And release. All right. Go ahead. Other side, curl your toes, downward dog. Feet together, left leg lift. Bend it and stack it. Open up your hip. Look under your right underarm. Let's bring it forward. Bend the back heel down for your hamstring stretch. If you need to go to your table or furniture, go for it. Otherwise, we're going to come forward, straighten the front leg, left hip swings back, and you're folding, stretching into those left hamstrings. All right, and lift and lengthen. Little pulsing with me. Forehead towards the shin. And let's do 10. And fold. Maybe walk the hands back. Parsvottanasana. All right, we're going to bend the back knee. Come on down for your low lunge. Pad up your knees if you need to. Interlace your fingers. And then bring your hips forward. Hips are squared forward. You bring them forward about 60-80%. And breathe deep. So you can be static here, or you can move a little bit. You can also stay here or reach your arms over your head. Fingertips to the floor, and you're just going to shift your hips back, forward, or shift your hips back. Maybe you have blocks. Blocks makes it easier. Heels down, heel down, toes up, and isometrically dragging the heel back towards you. Hi, Ashley. So stretching into the back of your hamstrings, Ardha Hanuman. If you're more flexible, either lower the blocks or you can keep these actions, keep pulling that left hip crease back and you can fold over the front shin. All right. So on our knees, let's take your right leg forward. And, well, actually, right leg forward. So I'll do it without the blocks because most people probably don't have blocks. Right palm up. You're just going to karate chop under your belly here. And you're going to stretch up and over. Stretch into the whole side body. Deep low back muscles. Tensor fascia lata. Fanning up the ribs. Everything on that side body. All right, and other side. Left leg forward, left palm up, and let's karate chop just under the belly, lifting up, lengthening up through the crown of your head, and we're going to side bend here. Keep the ribs over your hips. All right. Now we'll stretch into our hips. Let's do pigeon if you're able to. You're going to bring your right leg forward like this. Square your hip. And if pigeon, regular pigeon is not an option for you, you can do lay on your back and do the right ankle over your left knee. And then you will just take your right hand between and clasp behind your hamstrings if you can. This is the easier version. If you can go a little deeper, you're going to come in front of your shin. Okay, now we're going to pop back into pigeon, the regular one. Most people think can do the regular pigeon. So squaring hips forward. You're coming down to your forearm. Feeling your piriformis stretching. And we're going to turn over to your left and go ahead and grab your foot. Pull it in if you can. And if you have a mermaid practice, feel free to practice it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. And release. We're going to switch sides. So if you're on your back, you also switch sides. Left leg forward. Square your hips. Come on down. And just breathing into your hips and piriformis. So you will come on up and you're going to turn to your right, grab your foot, pull it in, find a quad stretch. Or clamp your foot if you're able to for little mermaid pose, stretching your arm overhead, or maybe even clasping. And release. Grab the back leg in. And then you can do a little inversion time. So your favorite inversion. If since it's a gentle class, most of you will probably just do legs up the wall, which is like this. Just having your ankles over your knees, over your hips, or you can take a block under to go a little higher to get the benefits of an inversion. If you'd like to use a wall for a little support, you can. This will be my wall right here, so you can imagine. So you will slide up against your wall. This is the wall, and you're kind of like sitting on your wall, and you'll just go sideways up, something like this. So that's my wall. And then it's a little more comfortable or supported, and you can just stay here, a little supported for a few minutes. So I know some of you have your headstand practice or handstand practice. You can do that. I'll do this. So you don't do this unless you have a headstand practice. I'm just gonna. So just squeezing in first, and then straightening the legs, squeezing the knees together, the ankles together. Ribs in. And slowly come on down. If you were in a headstand or handstand, you can take a child's pose. And then let's do Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Squeeze out wide. And you'll take one leg out. You'll press your hand into the straight inner knee and turn your body towards the bent knee. And then from there, you're just going to slide down a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. can grab the back of your head and look up at the elbow. Or if you're more flexible, you can create a fist here. Or if you can grab your foot, go for it. Otherwise, just comfortable, whatever you can. And we'll do the other side, lifting up, pressing into the straight leg, turning your chest towards the bent knee, and just going over as much as you can that's comfortable. It doesn't have to be a big one. So try to knit the ribs in so they're not flaring out. And then however far you can. Maybe you're like this. Maybe you grab your head and just look up at the elbow. And we'll take a twist. Super straight spine. Other side. And then you can find your final resting pose or just join me for a quick seated few breaths here, closing our practice, surrendering to our practice together. And then you're free to take a long shavasana after this. So nice deep breath in through your nose, opening the mouth and blowing it out. In through the nose, open the mouth. One more time. In through the nose and opening your mouth, blowing it out. And taking your hands out to the side and turning the palms up. And we're going to lift up all the universal nourishing chi, gathering it into our palms, into Namaste prayer hands. As we press the prayer hands into our heart center and smile and feel blessed. And with gratitude for our practice here together, let's offer one Om to seal it in, inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being patient with our technical difficulties, which happen every now and then with live streaming. All right. Thank you so much. Hope to you join me again Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at 5 p.m. All right. Bye. Stay safe.